Hello. Hello, everyone. Hello, guys. Hello. Can you all hear me? Hello. Let's just wait for a minute or two. Hello, guys. Welcome. Let's just wait for a minute. I welcome you all to the new webinar dated 24th May, and let's just wait for some time. Let's have our people join in, our traders join in, and then we will start talking about today's topic. In the meantime, how are you all doing? Great. Thank you for confirming that you can hear me. Hi, Sanjay. How are you? Sure. Ayush, we will just check about the assets. In the meantime, let's just understand each other better. Let's just talk about, how you all are doing and how are things been for you. Where are you watching me from? Let's just have wait for, it's maybe a couple of minutes for our other traders to join in. In the meantime, we can talk, right? We can always leave comments. We can talk. So where are you all watching me from? And is my screen clear to you? Is my audio very clear? Are you able to hear me well? Kindly confirm. Great. I have comments coming in. I have people watching me from India, from London. Hello, Jugraj. So is my audio clear? Is my screen clear to you guys? Please confirm whether you can see my screen clearly, you can hear me well, so that we can proceed ahead with the conversation and today's webinar. Screen is not clear. Well, SRK Amil, can you please check your connectivity because I have other responses saying that it's very clear. So can you check your connectivity, please? All right, guys. So since you all mentioned we had our hi, hellos, everything. So yes, welcome you all once again to our live webinar dated 24th May. And we will be talking about the topic today, but I'm very, it's a pleasure to have you all in the webinars to comment, um, live in the webinar. You guys have been a great motivation for you. Well, the reason we come up every week, twice every week with new strategies is because we want you to understand trading better. We want you to have better experiences on the platform, and that's why I'm here. Jugraj and Lavish, I will be taking questions. We will just go through the basics of the platform and then, maybe we'll talk about the strategy today. I hope I will be able to answer most of your question. And let's see how the webinar goes. We are here to talk about few things about our trading, to learn new aspects of trading, to learn new strategies that will help us trade better. All right. So we will get back to the question part in some time. In the meantime, I want you all to understand that whenever we come here, whenever we, join the webinars, the reason we have these webinars is because, yes, we obviously have, you guys are the ones who motivate us to come live and talk to you all to have these live consultation sessions for you. But apart from that, OLYMP Trade always wants their customers to have great knowledge of trading, and that's why we do all this for you. And I hope that the webinar that we have today might be of some help too. So, guys, as you all know, every week we come up with different strategies and we will be talking about some strategies. But let's go to the basics first. because we might have trader like we have Jugraj who said how to trade. So yes, Jugraj, we will be learning that in this part. But also we might have traders who are new to the platform. Okay, maybe they are on the starter status or maybe experts but new to the platform. So let's just go through our basics of Olymp Trade platform and then we can start with our talk for today. So this is the page that you see on your web version. If you're using a laptop, an iPad, you will be seeing this version. And an application is the mobile application. The options are almost same, but yes, here you find the trades, whatever trades you make active, no fixed time forex, you can find them here. This is the market section on the left side, which shows you trading conditions. It shows you signals. It has different themes. It has indicators. And any events, like you all know, we have current events of cricket going on, and I'm sure you all guys have tried it. If not, kindly go and check out the events. It's very exciting. We have our help section. Now, what is help section? Well, here we have our support team with whom you can contact via chat, or and we also have a help center. Now, what is a help center? Basically, it's a you can call it as an education part because here you get every details. So, Jugraj, as you mentioned how to trade, you will learn it from here. Okay, so you can just go to help section and click on the help center. You will get all the information here. This is the left side of the platform. The right side of the platform has the profile section, the amount section. It has the risk-free trade, the pending orders, the up and down section, and obviously the most important part, that's the payment part. So deposit, withdrawals, internal transfers, and all the transactions are visible here. Here you can find your accounts, whether you are trading in practicing in your demo account or USDT account. You will be finding it over here. All right, so this is the basic left and right. Here we have our technical analysis feature. We have different charts. This is the time period of the chart. And this is the terminal page. This is called the terminal. And here you find different assets. So these were the basics that I am sure most of you know. But yes, for some traders it is new. So I hope that was clear. Now, let us talk about some analysis part. We spoke about technical analysis. We have different area chart. Area chart is where, the graph is seen like in the form of this pattern. We have Japanese candlestick, which I'm sure most of you love, and most of us use the same. We have different types of charts. We have technical analysis. Now, what is technical analysis? Basically, in the section of technical analysis, friends, we have indicators, oscillators, strategies, advisors. Okay, so as you know, Olymp Trade has three statuses. One first is a starter, then advanced, and then expert. So when it comes to starter, we have these strategies available for starters. The one that we see with a blue arrow is the strategy that is available for us starter traders. The second comes the advanced status, and the one with the green arrows are available for the advanced status, but the advanced status will have access to these green ones as well as the blue ones. Now, when it comes to the most premium status, which is the expert status, these are strategies with the yellow arrow that is available for experts, and they have access to all these. All right, now what are strategies? Well, if you have attended my webinars previously, I mentioned it to you that strategy are a combination of standard settings of some oscillators and some indicators. So basically, you don't have to make any changes when you use strategies. Whereas if you use individual oscillators, indicators, you might have to make some edits to it. It's a setting, but not in the part of strategy. Okay, so we have checked different strategies, we have different indicators. Right now we will be working on the most, I think it's more one of the most loved strategy by the trader, which is known as rodeo strategy. So have any of you guys practiced this strategy previously? Well, you can drop a comment if you have learned this strategy previously, you can certainly drop a comment. Sorry. So Vansh, no. All right, no worries. So when you go to the rodeo section, you will see that we have a small YouTube video which you can play and you can check what is rodeo strategy. You will understand it. It's a very brief video which explains it to you in detail how this strategy works. All right. So you can certainly check this by going on the YouTube part. Apart from this, we have a small description written over here. Okay, let's go through it. This strategy is one of the traders' favorite. Well, I just mentioned that. It's a counter trend strategy that relies on Heikinshi stuck. Okay, so we have these indicators, we have oscillators and indicators, and key indications suggest that a coming trend change. Okay, so I don't want you to get confused with this strategy. Okay, with these description, I will just talk to you in our own words so that we understand it in a better way. We will enable this strategy, but in the meantime, just allow me a minute, guys, please. All right. So yes, this is the rodeo strategy. We will enable it from here and we will talk a bit about it. Before making any trades, I want you to understand this strategy in a better way. Now, rodeo strategy, it has two things, which is first is the MACD and the second is the stochastic. Now, what are these? How this works? So, I would just suggest you guys do not copy anything that I do because there is some couple of seconds or maybe 3-4 seconds delay in me making trades or me just speaking to you than it being visible on your screen. So I would not recommend that right now. Whenever I'm in a session with you, I want you to focus on the screen and understand what I'm trying to explain. All right. So let's get back to this. MACD and stochastic. All right, if you see it comes with a basic setting, it comes with a default setting that you shouldn't be changing because this is a strategy. We are not using stochastic oscillator. We are using it as a whole strategy. All right. Now, how this works? Well, if you see, stochastic has line 80 and line 20. All right. Let's understand stochastic first and then we'll go to MACD. So this consists of a blue line and the red line. Well, whenever the blue line crosses the red line and moves away from it, that is a signal for us. Okay. In over here, if you see, blue line crossed the red line and it went upwards. Over here, it crossed the red line and it went downwards. Here, it crossed the red line and it went downwards. So, whenever the blue line is crossing the red line, that is a signal. This is the blue line is the most important line in the stochastic. We need to understand when it's crossing, we need to understand what pattern is it suggesting. Okay. The second thing that we have in this strategy is MACD. Now, how MACD work? We have this thing, the histogram. All right. So what we need to do is these cloud kind of things. These clouds are called as histogram. So what we are going to see is we have a zero line in MACD. MACD is moving average, convergence, divergence. So what happens here is whenever the histogram crosses the zero line, either downwards or upwards, we are going to wait for those signals. Now, when we talk about the rodeo strategies, guys, previously we had strategies wherein we just wait for we just wait for a signal, we make a trade, irrespective of the candle. But that is fine if you're using the Japanese candlestick. Okay. In the rodeo strategy, the graph that we use is this one. All right. Heikinshi graph, when we use, we are going to be focused on three things. Now, what three things? What three things we need to be focused on before making a trade? So, the first thing that we are going to look for is the color of the candle. If the color of the candle is green, then we go to our second signal of MACD and then the third signal of stochastic. All right. Over here in Japanese candlestick, the color of the candles does not matter. We just focus on our signals. But when using a rodeo and when using this graph, we will be focused on the color that the candle shows. All right, friends. So let me explain it to you. Over here, you see that the blue line is crossing the red line and going upwards. Okay, so we have this signal plus the color of the candle is green. But the third part that we need to check is MACD. The MACD is still below the zero line. It has not crossed the zero line and it has not gone upwards. We will only make a trade when we have all these three things in place. We have a green candle, we have MACD above the zero line, we have this going upwards. All right. So this is where we need to be patient while working on the rodeo strategy. We need to check exactly which asset is giving us that signal. So I over here, if you see, all right. So I am not making a trade at the moment, but we will. Over here, you see the blue line has crossed the red line, it's downward. The MACD has crossed the zero line, it's downward. The candle is again red. So this is a clear signal. But in any strategy that you use, though a strategy will never guarantee you 100% success ratio, friends, but in any strategy you use, we should always check our entry points. Normally, if we are on a 1 minute graph, what we do is the entry point should be within the first 10 seconds of the candle. So that is a secure thing, secure way of trading. All right. Is everything clear by now? So basically, please understand in rodeo strategy, what we are going to do is we are going to follow three paths: the color of the candle, the position of the MACD, and the blue line. So here, if you see, all right, it is again changing. So we will check what we can do to understand the graph more better. I will show you some previous examples so that you can understand it. All right. And in the meantime, you can also ask your questions in the comment section. So there's anything, we can certainly talk about that too. Specifically, I would suggest that you drop your questions regarding the queries about the strategy that we are currently talking about so that it is helpful for you to understand this better. All right, the more we discuss about it, the better it gets for everyone. So let's see if we have some assets. Well, here you see, okay, we have blue line which is crossed and moving away from the red line. We have MACD and we have a green candle. But the next candle that formed is red. The blue line is again going downwards. So that is why we wait for checking the color of the candle. If we think that no, MACD is above the zero line, this is there, let's make a trade. So I would have lost that trade, right? So all these three things play a very important part when using the rodeo strategy. Also remember one more thing, the more away the blue line gets from the red line, the more gap that it has. For example, if you look over here, it went away, so it was a downward trend. If you look over here, it went away, it was a upward trend. Again, here it went away, it was a down. So the more gap you see in the blue line and the red line, you will see that MACD is also that huge. So that way you can understand. Well, what time? I have a question from Vijay asking what time is suitable for trading. Well, Vijay, if you have a graph of 1 minute, normally what we do is you at least use a double or triple of that amount. So if it's a 1 minute graph, your trade duration should be 2 minutes or at least or 3 minutes. All right, so that is what we suggest. But normally, shorter duration trades is something that should be avoided. So over here, you see this is a clear signal. Blue is going up, MACD is up, green line. So here, if you would have made a trade at the entry point, it would have been more beneficial for us. All right, is rodeo strategy, what is rodeo strategy? The basic, is that clear to you? I'm sure it will get more clear the way we make trades. We will be talking about it while making trades, but is it clear that what are we focused on while using the rodeo strategies? Please leave the comment, guys. Please answer in the comment. Do you have questions up to about whatever we discussed till now? Is this clear to you? Kindly drop in your comments. So we will be making some trade over here. Again, this is intersecting, so I'm not going to risk it over here. We will be making some trade. Again, let me put it in brief for you. Let me just summarize this for you in rodeo strategies. We have two things. One is MACD and one is stochastic. All right. The blue line of the stochastic needs to cross the red line and go below and go downwards. Then we make a trade. If the candle is red, MACD is below the zero line, we make a trade downwards. If the candle is green, MACD is above the zero line, blue line is crossing the red line upwards, we make a trade upwards. All right. Yes, Sanket, I will be taking trades now. Also, the entry point should always be within the first 10 seconds. Remember that. Do not enter anywhere in middle because that is not a safe way of trading. All right. I am making trades, but again, as I recommended in the beginning, I some of you might have joined just now. Do not copy my trading because there is broadcast, few seconds of delay in the broadcast. So you might copy the trade, but that is not helpful for you. So here we are making a downward trade because the blue line is away from the red line, the MACD is there, the candle is red. So we might win this trade. Let us in the meantime keep checking different assets. Now one thing always remember, friends, in your trading, do not stick to one asset. What I normally recommend is, if you stick to one asset, if over here I feel I made this trade, now let me make 4 or 5 trades back to back here. Well, that is not the way we trade. If we want to trade and we want to enjoy trading as well as earn from trading, what we normally do is we make trade in different assets. We flip assets because you never know where signal is available. Over here, we might have a signal. You can see this is going downwards and we are waiting. The candle is red, but we are waiting for the MACD. So maybe the next candle which forms, it gives a green a signal for a downward trade. If you zoom in, MACD is crossing the zero line. Okay. So we will wait. We can make a trade here. Let's start. So basically what I am trying to suggest you guys is focus. Focus on all the three parts. Just because stochastic is crossing, just because candle is red, do not make a trade. All the three things need to be in sync. For rodeo strategy to work well, all the three things have to be in sync. I'm sorry the platform is buffering today. Let's just reload it. I hope you're able to understand. I hope these trades that we are taking will be, more knowledgeable for you. Well, not only rodeo strategy, be it any strategy, guys, it's more about patience. The more patient you are with the strategy, the better it is. Now, this thing, if you see over here, I will recommend you, if you see a situation like this, avoid trading in this situation because it's unpredictable. The market is almost flat. If you see, it is almost flat. So MACD also, you see, there are no high curves over here. The blue line is going up, it's going down. It is not, there are no high value curves. So we will be avoiding such situation. We will see situations where the blue line is going away from the red line, sorry, and the MACD is huge as well. Okay, so we will be focused on that. So the one trade that we made is positive. We have our second trade in progress. So why this happened, guys? Why my both the trades are the second trade almost, but why my trades are positive? There are two things to this. First of all, my entry point. I took the trade as soon as I saw MACD reacting, stochastic reacting, candle color. I placed my trade. So it was successful. All right. If I would have made a trade somewhere here or somewhere here at this point, it was an unpredictable thing. Or if I would have made a trade in between. So these three things, when using rodeo, we are going to focus on these three things. Okay, I have a question. Does all signals need to be at the same candle, or we can see one candle in one candle and the other signal at the other candle? Well, I would suggest that as soon as the colors, if you see MACD is down, blue has crossed red, the candle as soon as it forms its red, guys, make a trade. That's your time to make a trade and earn profit. Akmal says, can he take a trade for 1 minute? Akmal, I wouldn't suggest this. If you see, most of my trades are 2 minute trades because my graph is for 1 minute. So we do not suggest trading for 1 minute, at least double or the triple of the value of the graph time. Okay. So let's find different asset, guys. Two trades we took, two trades have been positive, which is a good thing. All right. So let's check different assets and see if we have signals anywhere. Drop in your queries in the meantime. I'll see if I have some signal. So here we had a signal, you see, blue line went down, MACD went down, and the red graphs. So this is what I'm talking about. Okay, focus, be patient. You will get signals, but you need to keep changing asset. It is not necessary that just because you had a profit in one asset, you are just going to continue trading on this same asset. Kindly keep changing asset. The more you flip asset, the better opportunities you get. All right, we have huge list of assets on the platform, and I want you to try them all. All right, so here if you see, the blue line might cross. Sanket, I'm really sorry for the question, but I'm not able to get your point. See, the blue line is crossing. We have the green candle, we have the MACD graph, but the blue line, it is crossing the red line and going downwards. So this part is a risky part. All right, if it was this graph would have gone this way, I might have made a trade here. All right, so let's just change to different asset. Well, see, guys, there might be situations where even my trade does not go, according to the strategy because again, it's a strategy, and I am doing live trading with you guys. So basically, there can be chances that a strategy can flip sometimes because of the market conditions, so that is totally fine. We all know we have the martingale formula, so even if we lose a trade, we don't give up on hopes and we try to double up the amount and make trade. So here I am waiting for a signal because this has crossed the red line. MACD is crossing, so, but if you see, it is not a very clear picture of MACD crossing. So I will wait for some time. I am not going to be impatient and make trades here. There are chances the next candle, if it forms green, we will make a trade. But there are chances that it can again go down because it's very close by. So basically, if you see my pattern of trading, I am not getting impatient with the trades. All right. I am checking different assets, I'm checking the various signals, and then only I make trades. So we will be doing the same thing in our part. Asia index, I will just check. Well, it can be, but again, Ren, if you see, the MACD has not crossed the zero line. So always make a trade when the candle is green, MACD is above the zero line, blue line is crossing the red line. Okay, so that is your time to make an upward trade. So now the MACD cross, we will make an upward trade. All right, let's hope this trade goes well. In the meantime, we will keep checking different assets. So again, focus on the screen, guys. I want you to be understanding how this is working and how helpful this strategy is for us. Okay, so here if we could have made a trade, it was an upward trend. We missed the signal, but no worries. We are just practicing, and the more we practice, the better experiences we will have on the platform. So the reason I'm here is to have some good and bad trades with you so that we can discuss about it. We can work on it. All right. We have a point from Akmal which says at the end of the moment the market reverses. Well, here we can make an upward trade. Let's see. So, Akmal, if you see, I have made two trades by now. My third trade is active, and we are waiting for it to close. Well, yes, market can change because it's a volatile market. But if it changes, we can certainly use the martingale and we can work on doubling up the amount and then recovering our profits. So that's what we are trying to do. But let's hope our trades go better. So if you see, I am changing from asset to asset. I'm checking which asset is going to give good signal because guys, I want you to understand that I can have some good trades, I can have some bad trades, but here my focus is to understand that how this to make you guys understand actually that how we can make these trades. All right, how we can have a better trading experience there. So that is what we are doing. Now, first of all, always time period should be two minutes. So here we can make a trade here, because it's a downward signal, we can make a trade here. But again, it is crossing the 20 line. It can flip anytime. So let's just go back to our previous assets and see how it works. Okay, so here if you see the blue line, the stochastic is giving us a signal. So stochastic is giving us an upward signal, all right? But the MACD is resisting it. It's still not changing. So let's wait maybe for the other candle. Renan, what is the difference? Well, in Japanese candlestick, we don't actually focus on the color of the candle. Even if the signal is giving us downward trend and the candle is green, we make the trade. But here, in this graph in Heikin-Rishi, we will be focusing on the color of the candle and we will be using it as per the this thing. Okay, as per the color of the candle, we will be making trade. Now here, I could have made a upward trade, but the blue line has crossed, the candle is green, but MACD has not crossed. So I am not going to make this trade. I am going to wait for this trade to be successful. I'm going to wait for the next candle maybe and see if MACD crosses. All right. I hope that answered your question, Renan. So let's just see what happened. Well, we won one trade, but we lost one. So no worries. Now, since we have lost one trade, I want to recover my amount. So I will be using martingale and I will try to recover it. Let's see which asset is giving us that opportunity and we can work on it. Well, again, Renan, just to explain you in brief, here the blue line is crossing the red line, but MACD is downward, the candle is green. Not all three signals, so I will not risk making trade here. I will wait. All right. Okay, so this was a chance, guys, but it's very risky. If you see the blue line is very close by and the candle can fluctuate a lot. So let's just find we need to recover our amount. We need to focus on recovering the $5 that were not successful. Over here again, it's a downward trend. The candle is green, but waiting for the MACD. So by now we made four trades, three were successful, one trade is unsuccessful, but don't worry, I will try my best to recover it and show you how the recovery part works. So I want you to understand how can we recover our losses if we make trades, and we want you to be focused on that. So we will be working on it now. Okay? Okay, so we could have made a trade here, but I don't want to enter in between of, in the middle of the candle. So if I made a trade here, it would not be good. So what I am doing is, we are waiting. Over here again, it's a continuous drop, so we can trade. Let's wait for this candle and then we will check the other candles in the meantime. Any asset, any recommendations for any assets, guys? Any particular asset you want me to check? I want to make more trades with you so that the rodeo strategy is clear to us, so that you guys can understand how this works and you can start using it. Because trust me, guys, this is one of the best strategies because we are very cautious while using this strategy. We are focused on the three parts: the color of the candle, the histogram, the MACD, and the stochastic. So three things at one. So it is going to be very helpful for you. This can be start a downward trend, but again, you see the market has been flat for some time. So let's just move to other asset. We are missing out on some signals, but fine. Our main intention right now is to be focused on the screen and understand how this is working for us. Okay. So here also you can make trade, but I am not making trades in between, so that I want to make you understand the entry point over here. Blue has crossed MACD, blue has crossed the red going upwards, MACD is upwards. We have a green candle. If the next candle also forms green, we might make a trade, but this is a recovery trade. So let's focus on the confirm, you know, see this again can flip. I hope it doesn't. It goes downwards. So yes, that is the reason. I was just telling you guys we will not make a trade in between. That's the reason because when the it just crosses, when the blue line just crosses, that is the time to make the trade, guys. That is our chance to make the trade. If I do not win this trade, I will have to double up the amount again and recover it, which I'm sure we will be able to. Let's hope for the best. Any questions, guys? I do not have much comments coming in. What's wrong, guys? Let's talk about this strategy. Any questions that you have? Well, right now we are not, our trade is not much in profit. So let's see. Let's try different assets, suggestions, feedbacks. Guys, I need you to talk, guys. Let's just discuss about this strategy. Give some suggestions, share some feedbacks, have some queries that you're not able to understand this. Well, yes, Akmal, thank you. I'm sorry. That is because we clicked on Brent, but don't, no worries. We'll see how it goes. If it doesn't go well, I'm any which way is going to recover it. So that's fine. You never know, it might go good because again, Akmal, if you know, we do inform all our traders that shorter duration trades, less than 1 minute, 1 minute trades are riskier. We normally recommend our traders to trade at least for 5 minutes. So again, 5 minutes can also be a positive thing. So let's hope for the best on this. In the meantime, does it work cancel the trade before time? I wouldn't suggest that. Well, canceling it before time is something I wouldn't suggest. Instead, you can certainly try. If you're losing a trade, you can recover it in your next trade. But canceling the trade is something I wouldn't be suggesting at the moment. Well, here, if you see, Bitcoin has been very fluctuating. Three candles red, one green, two green. So I will avoid Bitcoin for some time. So Astro Composite, we are in a positive side right now, but we have some time. So I'm not sure what is going to happen to this. Okay, so here if you see the blue line has crossed the MACD is for making a downward trend. So let's just what do you think, guys? Let's just try to recover in a downward position. Let's see how it goes. Well, are you guys experiencing any concerns about using the strategies or any queries about, how the strategy is working and whether you have tried? Because I'm sure if you're joining the webinars, we have many webinars. So have you tried any strategies? Anything worked good for you? Did you see changes after you're using the strategies? How is it going for you guys? I mean, for me, it's going good. I want to know how is it going for you guys? We'll see. It flipped, but let's hope it comes down. If it doesn't, we are winning the $10 trade. We'll see how it goes. So again, guys, as I mentioned, any strategy is not going to guarantee you 100% success ratio. You're not going to win 100%. You're not going to lose 100%. It is all a bit about patience, and you are going to continue trading. All we have to do over here is we need to be patient. We need to understand how things are going, how things are performing. Here the stochastic is going downwards. We have a red candle, but the MACD is positive. MACD is still on the above line. If it goes downwards in the next candle, we will certainly make a trade. All right. So this is how it works, guys. This is our rodeo strategy. Okay. So this is how the strategy is going to perform. This is how it is going to work. So Akmal, you remember the 5 minutes trade I made by mistake and why we suggest a 5 minutes trade? Well, here you see, even if it was a 5 minutes trade, it is still a successful trade, and we are still able to win and cover up. Okay. Now, yes, this $20 is a loss, but that means we are at a loss of $10 still. So we will now change our value, or we will keep it 20 actually. Let's just try some more riskier trade. Let's just make some trades for you guys now. You guys love risky trading, right? Because I have seen traders making risky trades. I mean, they don't even check the amount that they are making trades on, but they want to trade. So here I am, thinking of making a downward trade. Check gold. Okay. Then I'm just checking it for you. Well, yes, gold can be a signal, but here we are waiting for MACD to go above the zero line running. So once the MACD it is crossing, but if you see it's a slight curve, and if it goes, we can make a trade for 2 minutes here. Okay. Okay, you want me to check gold? Well, the reason is it's not a very, huge steep. So that's the reason I'm avoiding it because now we are on our recovery phase. We need to recover our losses. So that's the reason I'm just avoiding it at the moment. But next trade, I'll make it for you. Any more suggestions? Any trades that we are checking on? Any assets that we are checking on? Sorry. Is the idea of rodeo, what is a rodeo strategy, how it works, is that sorted and clear to you guys? Was I able to explain it to you well? That is my main concern because if you understood it, if it worked for you, if you understood it, that is all we want here. That is why we want to talk about it, right? So please tell me whether this was clear to you. Yes, we made some trades, some successful, some unsuccessful, and we are still working on recovering it, which I know we will. So let's see. See, Renan, so gold, you mentioned that we could trade on gold, but if you see, it was an upward trade here. If we made it, it went down. So that is why we wait for at least one or two candles. Okay. Why don't I see some signals, guys? So again, for the people who just joined in or the people who are just active on the webinar, let me tell you, this is the rodeo strategy where we focus on stochastic, MACD, and the color of the candle. If the blue line is crossing the red line going downwards, MACD is downwards, we make a downward trade. The color of the candle is red again. If the blue line is crossing the red line going upwards, MACD is upwards, the candle is green, we make a upward trade. All right. So that is how this works. That is how we are going to try and make some more trades so that, we see how the rodeo strategy is working for us. And I'm not liking this buffering every time. I don't know whether it's my network or there are some, server issues, but let's just refresh it. Was I able to make you guys understand how this works? We made around 6 to 7 trades, but we'll make a couple of them more. Okay, for you to understand. Well, I'm sorry, I guess the platform is down. Is anyone else, can anyone try if OLYMP Trade platform is working well for them? I don't know why it's not working for me. Can you guys try? Can someone please check if the platform is working because it's not working for me? It's working for you, Priyanshu. I don't know why it's not working for me. So we have a server issue, right? Let's just wait for a minute or two and let's see if it loads up. Oh, yes. Let's see if it is. Yeah, it's back. It's back. It's back. So we are not going anywhere. We are making our trades. We are checking our trades. Sorry, guys. It was a minor server issue. So yes, we will have to apply our strategy again. Let's see. No, I don't know what's down. Well, no, I guess the platform is down and there is some issue with this. Are you guys facing the issues too? Please drop a comment if you guys have the issue as well. Is the platform working? Drop a comment, guys. Okay, yeah, it's back. I don't know what happened to the trade. We lost it, the $20. Yeah, but where is the active trade that we had? So let's see. I'm sorry, guys. It was a technical issue, a server issue, low connection server. Yes, Shivam. So let's quickly make some trades. We lost two trades. We want to recover it, and we are running out of time. So I just want to recover it quickly. I hope the screen is clear now because it was buffering, but now it's clear, I guess. Kindly confirm if the screen is clear to you guys. Is the screen clear? Is my voice again clear? Please confirm it since we had a server issue. Is it fine now? Great. Thanks, Akmal. So let's just check. Any suggestion, guys? We want to recover our amount. We want to recover our trades. Any suggestion? Which asset are you checking on? Are you guys checking any assets? I am not finding a signal here. Hmm. Well, we had a signal here actually, but that's gone. So your next candle maybe. How to control emotions while trading? Shivam, a very good question. Well, what I normally do is, first of all, yes, if one asset is not giving me a good success ratio, I flip the assets. Here, the blue line is crossed, the MACD is going upwards. Next candle, we might make an upward trade. So, Shivam, coming back to your question, sorry, if one asset is not giving me a good success ratio, what I do in that scenario is I try to change assets first of all. If I see it is not at all successful, I try to stop trading for some time. Maybe I quit trading for 10 minutes. I just go out, take a walk, and come back, and then I check how it is going. I will try on different assets. If it is still going the same, I will stop trading for that day and continue the next day, because once you get, that negative results, basically it's a emotional thing that you get negative about making more trades. So in that scenario, like now I lost trade, I know I lost trade and I know I have to recover it, which I know I will. So basically, just move, go out, maybe go on your terrace, go outside, just have a walk around, and then come and start fresh. The more you continue trading with the bad mood, the more it will affect you. Okay. And always set goals, set targets, how much you want to trade in the day. So that way you can obviously work on your emotions. Here it's crossing the next candle, but it's a very small candle. I am thoughtful about it. I hope that answers your question, Shivam. Okay. So guys, I'm sorry. We had some technical issue because of which I was not able to check the graph properly. And yes, few trades did go negative, but we are trying to work on it. We are trying to recover it. And there might be times, where the trades are not very successful, but that is fine, guys. What we need to be focused on here, my trade is not successful. What we need to be focused on, that we should understand how we are supposed to recover it. Just keep doubling up the amount. If you feel it's going downwards and you have lost the trade, double up the amount, guys. Okay? Use it the way you want it to be, and then we can certainly try. All right? And I hope your MACD is crossing. It is still not crossed, so we are not making a trade here. All I am focused on is recovering my amount. And I want to recover and then say a goodbye to you guys. So that you know, whenever we are losing, instead of getting, negatively impacted, instead of being thoughtful about it, what we can do is we can certainly recover. Well, again, the buffering thing. I'm not liking this thing, guys. I'm sorry it's bothering to you also. I hope it has the assets. Yeah. Well, if you think about losses, Shivam, I have a comment here, but if you think about losses, you won't be able to focus. Oh, we have a good steep here. This was such a wonderful sign. But now, what normally in Japanese candlestick, what we do is we look at the candle color, we see this is green, this is going downwards, we make a trade. But here you see it is not stable, it is going up, down. DAX, let me check. Okay, it's a 30% success ratio, but we will certainly check and we will try making trade for you. Yes, this is going up. Let's see if MACD goes up in the next candle, and then I will change this to maybe 10. But here, see, it is not very stable. So I will not risk it actually. See, this was a beautiful signal, but again in between. So guys, first of all, I'm sorry. Today we are not able to make much trade. We had our server issues as well. And yes, this strategy is something that would need your time and attention. It needs you to be focused on all the three things, the candle color, the histogram, as well as the blue line. So we are going to be focused on all these things, and the trade that is active, let's wait for that to end. In the meantime, if you want, we can certainly make a couple of trades more, but let's see then how it is going. GBP USD. Great that you're checking signals. Well, I don't know what's wrong with the platform, guys. I come up, you know, with these assets, with these strategies to so that it can help you. But when these kind of situations happen, I know it's confusing. It's not good for you too. Well, we have okay, yes, we can make a trade, but MACD is not giving a sure signal, so let's just not do it. Well, if you see MACD is between the zero line and the bottom side, so let's just skip that. So always remember, strategies are not something that is going to give you 100% success ratio, but you need to be positive while trading. Okay. So if you are losing, you're winning, just focus that you are positive. And if you have a positive approach towards trading, it will be better for you. So I'm sorry, I have a question from artificial intelligence. Ma'am, how to understand for easy? I am sorry, I did not get your question. So if you can just explain it to me in a bit detail. GBP USD did give a signal, I think. No. So, guys, all we are going to be focused on is the positive side of trading. We might win, we might lose trades, but yes, what we need to remember is if we are losing a trade, we double up the amount and cover it up. All right, that is what we need to be focused on. So, the more you focus on that, the better your trading gets. All right. So, please be focused on making trades. Please understand how the strategy, we have many strategies, guys, and I want you to practice whenever you attend a webinar the next time. As soon as the webinar ends, maybe you can practice in your demo account. That is totally fine, but the more you practice, the easier it gets for you to understand things. If this candle ends, MACD is going downwards. If you see, the graph is reducing, but the blue line is somewhere going away as well as coming close. Okay, so focus on everything. Just focus and see how things goes. And if it goes well, great. I would be more than happy if the strategy is of any help. There might be situations where you're able to cover up. There might be situation one maybe one day you're not able to cover up, but the next day you have to. Okay, so kindly keep all these things in mind. I will meet you guys again maybe in our next webinar with some different strategies. In the meantime, just stay positive, guys. Be patient and keep trading, because the more you trade, the better your experience gets and the better you're able to trade. It was really great to have all of you by all of the whole webinar. You were there, you were patient, and I'm really sorry for any technical errors that happened. And we will be meeting next time, guys, for sure, and we will be talking about different strategies, and I will try to explain it to you in a better way. Till then, have a great time, have good time trading, enjoy your days, have good night, and I hope you all have a great health. Thank you, guys. Take care. Bye bye.